Well, I hope you guys are in the mood for some what I would describe as hilarious stupidity, because this is Cthulhu Saves Christmas, as you can see, and it's one of the dumbest games that I own, and it is hilarious and it is great, and yeah, I'll just jump right into it. So there's 3 difficulties here. Going for the hard difficulty is just throwing yourself at a wall. I've done it before. We're here to see the ridiculous story, and I don't want to have to do more fights than I need to because it can get very repetitive. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through Relay, not a creature was fighting, no one in a fray. No stockings were hung on the chimney with care, they all had been naughty, no St. Nicholas there. Cthulhu was nestled all snug in non-Euclidean space, with visions of destruction lighting up his cold face. When out on the altar, there arose such a clatter that Cthulhu toppled out of bed to see what was the matter. There shall be no more poetry in my game, narrator. I promise nothing. But what's this? A present? From Santa? This cannot be. Goodness knows I've been anything but good this year. And yet it was a present, and it did have a tag indicating that it was from Santa. Cthulhu opened the present. Ah! What foul sorcery is this? A dark mist envelops Cthulhu, stripping his power away from him. Not my power! That's one of my favorite things. Without my power, how am I supposed to destroy the world? No, this shall not stand. I shall have my revenge. I will not rest until the blood of Santa adorns my blade. Excuse me, but I do believe that this is a family-friendly game. Do I look family-friendly to you? Plus, the game is literally called Cthulhu Saves Christmas. And save it I shall. Santa has lost his marbles. He must be stopped. To the surface world, my quest for vengeance begins. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of the stupidity of this game comes from the fact that Cthulhu constantly breaks the fourth wall. And we can go into this menu here. As you can see, well, maybe you can't quite see from just this menu alone, but this is a turn-based RPG, and it's fairly simplistic. The mechanics will make themselves known as I play the game, so I won't explain them now. I can talk to people, though, with this party chat button, and the dialogue that you get here changes depending on what phase of the game that you're in, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to just Cthulhu, because he's the only one in the party at the moment, because I won't have this opportunity to later. Cthulhu tries to start conversation, but there's no one else to talk to. Why do I need someone else to talk to when I have the best person here already? Myself. Hello, Cthulhu, how are you today? I'm fine, Cthulhu. And you? I'm also 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 fine, Cthulhu. And you? Since Cthulhu is stuck in a loop, let's just get back to the game. Let's see here. I think that there's an option here that I can turn on to always run. I want that. I don't know whether the music is going to be too loud. That seems like it's probably more like it. I've had problems with that in the past. I think I might have to set the volume every time I fire up this game. On the beachy shore bordered by the cliffs of insanity, Cthulhu spots a maiden beset by horrible monsters. A tutorial battle approaches. Basic Tutorial 1. Recharge items hyper. Okay. So this is explaining all the mechanics of the game. I know how to play, but I'll quickly read through all of this just because I don't want to have to make you guys read through it all yourselves. Most character abilities can be used once, and then they're disabled. Use defend command like rest or recharge. To recharge your character abilities. I'm not very good at reading aloud, you guys. Items are shared by the party. They're also recharged at the start of battle, but they cannot be recharged mid-battle. Characters gain a hyper point each turn. When a character reaches their max hyper amount, they go into hyper mode. In hyper mode, abilities are enhanced. They may deal more damage, have more targets, or have other bonuses. Plan ahead to make sure you have powerful abilities ready to take advantage of hyper mode, blah blah blah. You guys don't have to worry about all that. It's my responsibility to understand how the game works. You guys can just sit back and enjoy. So this tentacle attack will attack all enemies, so I'm going to start out with that. And it one-shot everything because I'm on easy mode. Okay, I'll see how it goes. I might actually bump it up to normal difficulty later if it turns out to be a little too easy, but I also don't want the video to just consist of nothing but those stupid battles. Anyway, thank you. Oh, my gingerbread, you're Cthulhu, right? Just look at me. These tentacles and wings don't lie. I know granting boons is not in your nature, but I'm sure that you'll make an exception for me. I need your help. Hard pass. Don't get your tinsel in a twist. I just need a teensy tiny favor and I'll be sure to make it worth your while. I doubt that, but continue. I am the Snow Maiden Crystal Claus, defender of the Winter Highlands and spreader of holiday joy. I need your help to rescue my grandfather, Santa Claus. You're kidding, right? Have you seen the title of this video game? She's not kidding. The League of Christmas Evil has kidnapped Santa Claus. So pay the ransom fee and be done. They don't want money, they want Santa out of the way so that they can take over the holiday for themselves. They've been sending anti-presents, packages that, when opened, give the recipient the opposite of what they most desire. That must be why I felt my power draining. If they were powerful enough to kidnap Santa, they must be packing some serious firepower. And since your name is literally in the title, you have to be super strong, right? Oh my gosh, I cannot take this game seriously, so forgive me if I just break down in the middle of dialogue so that I can laugh. True, I am indeed mighty even when operating at less than optimal levels. If you help me rescue Santa, I guarantee that you'll be permanently on Santa's good list. No more coal, actual presents. And if I were to wish for the power to destroy the world, I'll make sure that it's granted. Really, Santa's going to give me the power to destroy the world. That feels off-brand. He might have reservations, but I'm sure that when I explain to him what happens at the beginning of Cthulhu Saves the World, he'll be fine with it. Cthulhu Saves the World is the prequel game to this, although again, it really doesn't matter which order you play the games in. And since I haven't actually played it on video yet, I won't spoil anything by talking about it any further. Because I'll probably wind up playing it on video at this point. You have a deal. I shall save Christmas only to destroy it. Cthulhu and Crystal Claus have joined forces. Okay, so now if I go to the party chat, I should get something different. I've never been in an RPG before. How does this work? For starters, you have HP. When it goes down to 0, you die. But not really, unless it's in a cutscene. HP. Don't hit 0, or you'll be sorry. Got it. What else? Make sure to equip new equipment and abilities, otherwise you can't use them. Oh, and don't forget to save your game. If the player messes up, and they will, you'll be glad you did. This is all great advice, Cthulhu. Good tidings received. I'm not normally this nice, but if you mess up, it reflects badly on me, so don't mess up. Oh dear. Let's take his advice and save. This is a different game that I was playing just for testing purposes, so just ignore that. Alright, back to it. Basic Tutorial 2. Running, menu, save, encounters. Hold the cancel button while moving to run faster. Don't need to, I'm already running. Go to the settings, menu, and set running as default. I've already done that. You can adjust your equipped abilities, change equipment, and more. Don't forget to save. While traveling in dangerous areas, the encounter meter will fill up. When it's full, you will be attacked. If you press the confirm button quickly when a battle is about to start, you can avoid the battle. After defeating a certain number of enemies in a single region, the encounter meter will stop filling up, allowing you to explore freely. You'll also get bonus XP when you clear out enemies in an area. If you're feeling bloodlusty? Is that a word? I would have said bloodthirsty, but whatever. Or if you just want more XP, you can also start a battle manually from the main menu. Do the bare minimum, destroy everything in sight, or anything in between. The choice is yours. So, I don't know if my mouse is going to be recorded here because I'm not seeing it on the screen myself, so I can't really point at anything here. But in the bottom right corner, you can see the little meter there. It says Battles 10. If I was in the hardest difficulty, that would be like a number that is 9999, and you would never ever be able to clear out all the battles, so just that reason alone is reason enough not to do it on the hardest difficulty. But, if I walk around here... Oh, well, it's going to show me another tutorial first. Basic Tutorial 3, Insanity abilities and Unite moves. Each character has 4 regular abilities, 1 recharge ability, and the remaining 3 slots are Insanity abilities. Insanity abilities are not chosen, they pop up randomly for any abilities that you don't have equipped. As you level up, you'll gain more abilities, including some that can only appear as Insanity abilities. If you don't like the current Insanity ability set, whenever you recharge, the game will re-roll new Insanity abilities. One more thing, now that you have 2 characters, you can use the Unite abilities. Each Unite ability can only be used once per battle, and cannot be recharged. Unite abilities start out weak, but the longer the battle progresses, the more powerful they become. Unite abilities gain 10% charge per turn, maxing out at 100% charge on the 10th turn. Using the Unite ability while in hyper mode gives it an extra 20% charge. It's like you used it 2 turns later. The extra charge cannot exceed the 100% charge cap, but it can be used for more powerful Unites earlier in the battle. That's all for now. We return you to your scheduled battle already in progress. I hope there's not much more of those tutorials to go because they really cut a lot of time out of my schedule here. So am I just going to one-shot everything here? Just the weak enemies, that's fine. Now they have weaknesses to, what is that, Earth, Sword, and Stun. Do I have any of that? There's an Earth move right here. 102 damage. Okay, I only needed to do 13, so yeah, I'll just slap this thing and be done with it. Oh, I should have shown off the Unite ability. I'll show it off on the next battle. Pain Pill bestows a buff that allows you to survive a fatal blow. I probably won't need those items on this difficulty, to be honest. This is not going to be a super tactical playthrough, obviously. But yeah, the more I walk around here, the more that meter fills up. And yeah, if I hit the button right as the exclamation mark appears, it will cause me to skip the battle. But I don't really mind the battles, I kind of need them to level up. Okay, I got a wand for Crystal. I will equip it because that makes her more powerful. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any equipment for these people other than what they started off with. But yeah, I'm just going to walk around and let the battles happen. This guy appears to be weak to chill. So Unite ability, I'm currently on my hyper mode. So this attacks everyone with ice and fire damage. Cool. And they're gone. Okay, Cthulhu's gotten a plague ability that'll allow him to poison everyone. Crystal learned nothing, but her stats still went up. So yeah, I'll be trying to fly through those battles if I can. Okay, there's apparently nothing over here, so I backtracked for nothing. Goodbye. Just trying to speed through the game so that I can finish it in a reasonable number of videos without wasting everyone's time. Shadow Sword boosts dark damage, and probably stats in general as well. Yep, the stats go up by quite a lot. Okay. Onward. And we'll do the Unite ability just because we can. Why not? Okay, that's the way to escape, but even though I said I am going to try and speed through this quickly if I can, I do still want to explore all the areas and find all the secret things. So I'll be speeding through the battles, but I will be trying to find everything. That Unite ability is so good. Normally I would have to be very tactical about when I wanted to use it if I was on harder difficulty, but it doesn't really matter here. I'm not going to scroll over to the Unite ability every time. If I can kill them with a basic attack, I will. Fur robe, crystals, armor. Increases their HP by 5. That is not actually much of an improvement. Jack Frost, so you're the one who's up to no good. Release my grandfather. Ho ho ho, the Christmas of Bleh. I'm bad at reading, you guys. The League of Christmas Evil has lived in the shadow of that old coot for far too long. Now it's our time to shine. If by shine you mean the Japanese word for to die, then you are correct. It's a JRPG. You have to admit that some players are familiar with melodramatic Japanese battle cries. I don't have to admit anything. That's the point. With the big man out of the picture, I'm in charge. You talk big, but this early in the game, there's no way that you have the stats to back that up. Basic tutorial for ailments. See? We're not even out of the tutorial yet. I'm a tutorial boss? This cannot be. Ahem, where was I? Basic tutorial for ailments. There are 7 ailments: insanity, stun, disarm, poison, charm, enrage, vulnerable. The first and most important ailment is insanity. Make an enemy insane, and they'll take more damage from dark attacks and deal slightly more damage. Insanity always succeeds, but other ailments are not guaranteed. You may need multiple attempts to wear down an enemy's ailment HP. Stun skips a turn, disarm lowers attack, poison takes damage each turn. These ailments are easier to inflict when the enemy is sane. Charm attacks allies, vulnerable lowers defense, enrage lowers AoE damage, and is easily taunted. These ailments are easier to inflict against insane enemies. Oh my gosh, I feel myself just zoning out while I read all of this text. It's so much, and I don't really even care about all this. We don't need to know all of this whenever the game is going to be as easy as I said it to. I do generally know how most of this stuff works already, but still, I really hate having to read it all again when I'm not going to be using it, for the most part. Like, I'll poison some enemies and use that sometimes, I guess, if I need to. One last thing. Each time you inflict an ailment on an enemy, the enemy gains ailment HP for that ailment, making it harder to inflict again. It's kind of hard to explain in a way that makes sense. Ailment HP doesn't really make sense. If you successfully inflict one type of ailment onto an enemy, then inflicting that same ailment is harder the second time around. So you'll have to hit them with more ailment energy. I'm not sure that I'm doing a better job of explaining it either, but hopefully between the game's explanation and my explanation, it makes sense. if you care. If you don't care, then let's just move on. Yeah, exactly. Are you done? So boring. I was just doing my job. Don't be sad, narrator. I'm sure with the power of the tutorial ailments, we're sure to win this battle. Enough tutorializing. Let's fight. Okay, so there's plenty of enemies here. I didn't actually equip my poison ailment, and it just happened that it did not roll as one of the 3 insanity abilities yet. So, I guess we'll just open up basic attacks here. Let's see, that's a heal, this is a heal, this is a regen thing. Let's give her HP regen, because I imagine they're going to go for her. Yeah, she took the most damage there. With the Unite thing, just because. So that gets everyone out of the way. Yeah, we're almost through this. Just need to hit him once. Ow. That was pretty easy. Just like the difficulty suggested that it would be. If you turn out the difficulty, this game really is a genuine challenge, but my purpose for these videos is just to show you guys the story and the funny moments, so that is why I've got the difficulty turned down. And hopefully that'll be the last that I talk about why I did that, because I've explained it multiple times by now. Cthulhu learned Fireball, Crystal learned Freeze, and Cleanse. Okay. I can't believe I lost to a Tentacle Man and Santa's little brat. We slayed you, and don't forget it. Enough idle chat. Tell us about the League of Christmas Evil. Oh, you're too weak to deal with the other 6 members of the League of Christmas Evil. Tell us which League Christmas member... The word Christmas wasn't in that sentence, but whatever. Tell us which League member has Santa Claus. Never. You're going to have to find... Or you're going to have to interrogate them all yourself. Obviously, whenever I'm trying to read ahead, I like inject words that I think are coming without actually checking to see if they're really coming. So bad at reading. There's no chance that the next League villain we fight has the claws, is there? The players who spent good money on this game would be rather disappointed if that was the case. They probably got this game in one of those 10 million games for a penny bundles. Let them be disappointed. Since I've been defeated, I might as well give you a tip. You'll never rescue Santa unless you master the power of relationships. Don't you mean relationships? It's my game. I'm from Relay. The terrible pun stays. Spend time with different people in town to improve your relationships with them to get cool stuff. I like cool stuff. Defeat the other Christmas League of Evil members, forge lasting relationships with others, and you just may rescue Santa. Whatever, you can't tell me what to do. If I rescue Santa, it'll be on my own terms. What's this feeling? Oh, I see. I'm being summoned away into a different RPG franchise. Hee-ho. Now that that's over with, let's head to Christmas Land. Welcome to Christmas Land, the Christmassiest place on Earth. Logan, I can practically feel the goodwill towards men seeping into me. I'll get blitzing on finding our next Christmas League of Evil target, but it could take me a while. It'll take a week. It will always take a week. You heard the narrator. That leaves you with plenty of free time to take in the sights and make friends. I will forge unbreakable relationship bonds with others, but only for my own dark purposes. And in doing so, you'll discover that the love of Christmas was inside you all along. Or everyone else will go insane and their tormented spirits will make my tummy happy. Either way, it'll be fun. I booked you a room at one of the nicest places in town. Here, let me show you. Crystal takes Cthulhu to his hotel room. Not bad, minion. This room will suffice. Now what should I do with the rest of my day? It's time to go to sleep. But it's not even noon yet. Doesn't matter. Only one activity per day. Them's the rules. You're not the boss of me. Cthulhu feels incredibly tired and decides to go to bed. Aw, he's so cute when he's sleeping. Not really. I wonder what would happen if I were to stick his hand into a bowl of water. It is now Christmas Eve the 2nd. This feels wrong. Okay, so we can pick anywhere that we want to visit and build up stupid relationships with various people. Once you start going to a particular location or talking to a specific person, it's better to persist with talking to the same people so as to finish that storyline. So we can go spend time with Crystal, we can go to the mall, we can go to the post office, we can go to the movies, we can go to the soup kitchen, or we can go on an expedition. The expeditions, I think, are unique in that they don't actually let you build up a relationship with anyone, they just kind of give you an item. Not that I really care about the relationships or anything, but we get more funny story if we pursue them, so I'm going to pursue them. So it looks like we can make a choice between a weapon or armor for our characters here. I kinda want this sword, because it is the only weapon for Cthulhu that doesn't require going for the expedition. Plus I happen to know that the mall story is kind of funny. So let's go here. Cthulhu decides to go to the mall. The mall proves to be quite busy, but Cthulhu fails to find any items that interest him enough to merit a purchase. Cthulhu sees an office door with a help wanted sign on it and decides to go in. So this person is named, Vasada. I'll be straight with you, we're short on help, so I can't afford to be picky. I feel like I should be picky with you. I completely understand. I need you to handle mall Santa duties today. Ask the kids what they want for Christmas, say ho 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 a lot, and you know the drill. Yeah, this is a thing now. Just tell them that you've got a cold if they ask about your appearance. Yeah. Cthulhu gets dressed in the mall Santa clothes. Surprisingly, they fit perfectly. A boy comes up and stands in front of Cthulhu. Oh, ho, ho. Boy, what would you like for Christmas? Don't worry about my looks, I have the flu. Now wouldn't you like to sit on Santa's lap? No. Beat it, kid. The boy leaves. A girl approaches. Merry Falcon to you, little girl. And what would you like Santa to bring you for Christmas this year? The light from the girl's eyes dims and she begins to drool. Cthulhu has still got it. Many children later, the day comes to a close. I gotta level with you, man. You are the worst mall Santa I've ever set eyes on. Thank you. Hysterical calls from parents are up 15% from last year. And last year wasn't great. But who am I kidding? It's not like anyone else wanted the job. Here's your paycheck. Cthulhu got a fencing sword. This weapon for Cthulhu adds the disarm ailment to his slash ability. Oh, interesting. I doubt I'll get any better employees anytime soon, so come back anytime you want to make a few bucks. Even though we're not working for money, we're just working for items. It is now Christmas Eve the 3rd. So we can go back to the mall. or we can talk to Crystal. I think the mall and talking to Crystal are the two that I'm most interested in. Generally, doing all of the tasks that involve hanging out with your own party members are worthwhile. But let's see what continuing to go to the mall will get us. Because that item there is actually something that is equipable on a slot that we don't have anything for yet. Plus, I want to see how this proceeds. Cthulhu decides to go back to the mall. You're a sight for sore eyes, dear. Wait, is this a woman? I have no idea. It's impossible to tell with that name and with that appearance. We need new displays at the front of the store to entice people to come in. Problem is, our regular decorator found a better job at a non-profit, so I have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. I'll make a one-of-a-kind display that will take your breath away. I have no doubt. Now leave me before I change my mind. Cthulhu heads to the front of the store to see what he has to work with. Let's see, a train set, some false snow, some Christmas trees, scatter some presents haphazardly, put the really expensive toys in the front and the cheap stuff in the back. Now add some eldritch horrors in the pocket non-Euclidean spaces here and there, and that should do it. It's been a while since the last customer entered the mall. The day comes to a close. You weren't kidding when you made that display. I almost choked myself to death. We had our worst day of sales ever, thanks to you. But I did manage to get a lot of reading in, so I guess I owe you that. Here's your paycheck. Now leave before I change my mind and fire you. Cthulhu gets a growing tentacle. This accessory for Cthulhu regenerates HP. It is now Christmas Eve the 4th. Yes, the naming scheme for the days is very weird. The mall is no longer an option, so let's go hang out with Crystal next. Cthulhu decides to spend some time with Crystal. So what's fun to do with this joint? I have just the place in mind. Crystal leads Cthulhu to a large park. There's a large outdoor ice skating rink filled with happy skaters. There's also a massive Christmas tree that is so tall, the top can barely be seen. I love it here. Being able to control ice with a wave of my hand makes it easy to do well at ice skating, but besides that, it's so peaceful here. Sometimes I like to find a bench to sit on and just gaze up. Look at the star on the top of the tree. Oh. Look at the star on top of the tree, and also look at the stars in the sky. I'm sorry if the voices that I'm putting on for various characters is changing, by the way. It's hard to keep track, especially for female characters, which I have a hard enough time doing already without making a fool of myself. It doesn't matter. Cthulhu, do you remember your first Christmas? Huh. I actually forgot that we can make choices here. Sure, let's say that we do, because probably something funny will happen. I remember my first Christmas like it was yesterday. A particularly eager cultist bought me my first Christmas present. It was his little sister, you see. Sure, she was sane at the time, but a few days of staring at me and reading the ancient texts fixed that. Watching the drool spill from the corners of her mouth really helped me understand the joy of the season. That's horrifying. That's not understanding the joy of the season at all. Maybe for you. For me, it did my cold heart good to see how far that poor wretch had fallen. I can see that I have a lot of work to do if I'm going to get you to understand the joy of Christmas. But I'm just the person for the job. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll make sure to have a strategy all planned out for the maximum Christmas spirit. This is going to be so much fun. I can hardly wait. On the way home, Cthulhu spots a dog chewing on a weird-looking stick. A short tussle later, and the dog is relieved of its chew toy. Cthulhu got a shield wand. This weapon for Crystal boosts her defense. It is now Christmas Eve, the 5th. Talking to Crystal again. Cthulhu decides to spend more time with Crystal. Let's go get ice cream. Cthulhu and Crystal go to an ice cream parlor. It is a cold day, so there aren't very many people there. This is my favorite place for ice cream. The designs are ultra cute and everything tastes amazing. Crystal's ice cream arrives and it's 3 scoops of vanilla set up like a snowman. Cthulhu's ice cream is dressed up to look like a penguin. Bon appetit! The ice cream is eaten in silence. Not bad, but tormented souls are still the tastiest. Every Christmas day, my grandpa would take me here to celebrate a successful night of work. He'd always order the pistachio ice cream in the shape of a Christmas tree. He'd even do a bit of magic to make the star on top twinkle. Just the thought that I might never see him again makes me feel... No, I can't even think about that. It's too awful. Crystal looks like she's about to cry. Try to comfort her or mock her pain. Honestly, either one of these could be in character, because if I try and comfort her, he'll probably just act as though he's only doing it because he needs his party to be in tip-top shape. I myself don't really like being mean to characters unless they deserve it, so I'm just going to go and please myself. Cthulhu is on the case. Santa's definitely getting rescued. And if you're lucky, he won't even be his... If you're lucky, he won't even be hideously maimed by his head. That's an option? I didn't even realize it was an option. Please tell me that's not an option. Okay, so even when you try and comfort her, he doesn't actually do so effectively. Oh dear. That's highly unlikely. 20% chance. 30% chance, tops. You shouldn't worry about it one bit. I think talking to you isn't good for my mental stability. Duh. As a bonus for being the 100th customer of the day, the ice cream shop gives Cthulhu a special prize. Cthulhu got a mystic cloak. This accessory for Crystal boosts her stats. We'll equip all these things later after it spits us out in a field where there's combat. 6th day. Apparently something's automatically happening. Cthulhu feels a pressure on his head as if someone is trying to smother him with a pillow. This is in fact what is happening. Wakey wakey! La, 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 la. Get off of me! Wake up, Cthulhu. I found someone who knows where a League of Christmas Evil member is hiding. This is Baba Yaga. I'm... Baba Yaga-chan. Pleased to meet you, boss. The League of Christmas Evil is in the last place you'd expect. Santa's very own toy workshop. When the cat's away, the mice will play. I only do chicken metaphors. When the chicken's away, the chicken will play. Makes sense. The chicken are on vacation, so they're having a good time and playing. Not particularly relevant, though. So, new girl with a chicken on your head. What's with the chicken on your head? I like chickens. That's it? I'm a trendsetter. Everyone will be wearing a chicken on their head next season. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, I think I've heard of you. Aren't you supposed to be a lot older? I'm actually a 1,000-year-old witch. I just look like a kid. Seriously? No, that's nuts. Anyone who tells you that is covering for something. What you see is what you get. Indeed. Thanks for the lead. So let's go to Santa's workshop tomorrow. I'm coming with. I hardly think we need to take some kid. And a chicken. don't be dissing Cluck Cluck. Ah. On our quest. We can handle things just fine by ourselves. And that's where you're wrong. Baba Yaga and Cluck Cluck have joined your party. I hate it when he does that. In combat, Baba can gain chicken power using a chicken move. Will spend all the chicken power in order to boost the ability's power. At 100% chicken power, chicken moves are twice as effective. At 200%, they're 3 times effective. Use the power of chicken wisely in order to save Christmas. If she wants to join us on our noble quest to rescue Santa, I say the more the merrier. I don't want to rescue Santa. He can stay out of the picture forever for all I care. Look at me, I'm Santa, and I'm a big fat stupid head. What? Surely you can't mean that. Santa's been spiffing me on presents for years. I'm going to find him and make him give me what's rightfully mine. With interest. I've changed my mind. Baba Yaga, let's make the big man pay. You got it, boss. I feel like I'm losing control of the narrative. Tell me about it. It is now Christmas Eve, the 7th. Just a few days ago, this place was bustling with the happy sounds of elves hammering, sewing, and otherwise building toys. Unfortunately, the Elvish Union has a strict no Santa, no work policy. As soon as Santa was kidnapped, they all abandoned their posts. Good guys have loyal followers. Santa's just a no-good capitalist piggy slave driver. Providing all the milk and cookies anyone could want is hardly the action of a slave driver. Whatever he is, he's my meal ticket to getting my powers back. We better search the place. Maybe we'll find some leftover toys? I doubt it. This place looks cleaned out. I don't know how you can tell without going inside, but whatever. What's that, Cluck Cluck? You smell trouble? It's a little known fact that chickens have an amazing sense of smell. One that rivals the fiercest bloodhound. I don't think that's true. Besides the regular assortment of random encountered monsters, Cluck Cluck says she detects the presence of 12 bad little boys. The Yule lads. They've been eyeing Granddaddy's Christmas kingdom for years. They'll be eyeing a new kingdom soon. A black eye. Alrighty, let's get to work. Oh, right, and let's equip our stuff. Ooh, that sword is really good. No armor. Regenerate HP every turn on Cthulhu. That's welcome. Now for Crystal. Okay, that wand is best. I'm not even particularly paying attention to what all these things do. I'm just looking at their stats and calling it good. I don't think I have anything on her yet. Yeah, I couldn't have earned anything on her because we only just got her as a party member. So yeah, Baba Yaga's abilities are kind of weird because they all interact, well, maybe not all of them, but yeah, like biting limbs, it does not. But a good many of them interact with the chicken power thing that she has. It, like, tried to make her have unique mechanics, but it mostly just comes off as annoying to me. Thankfully, it won't matter too much because we're on an easy difficulty, so we'll just power our way through here. Oh, we will have different Unite abilities though, because we have another party member in our party. And she's capable of uniting not only with Cthulhu, but Crystal as well. So that's actually 2 different Unite abilities that we have gained, rather than just one, like you might assume. So that's cool. Apparently she doesn't have the greatest of speed. Oh. And she doesn't actually hit hard enough to kill them either. Okay, let's see here. Item that inflicts poison on an enemy. That might be good, actually. Did I go over to the right here? I don't remember. How much HP do they have left? Okay, these things are actually pretty tough. You know, I just realized that I've been neglecting to read the descriptions on all these enemies. This enemy is called Ball Ball, not to be confused with Ball Ball Ball. Some of these are really stupid, I'll just be honest. Let's see, Unite ability. Cthulhu, dark damage, chicken, 20% charge. So does that mean that it uses chicken power? I bet it does. She has 0% chicken power, as you can see underneath her HP, so that means it probably won't be very good. I'll just use the basic Unite ability. Level ups. Okay, so yeah, this is an area... Oh, it's actually connected. If I clear out all the battles in the area, it'll be a little bit easier to explore without fights getting in the way. Incidentally, if you were thinking that this song is kind of repetitive, I'm right there with you. Just so you know. Thankfully, you have me talking constantly, so my voice kind of just overriding it all. Let's hit everyone with a strong attack here. But yeah, playing this game without listening to anything in the background, that song drives me nuts because it's in the background of literally every single fight. It's really repetitive. On the bright side, this game is not actually too terribly long. I think insane enemies take extra damage. It gets stronger when combined. So this will make it extra strong, but maybe I can kill it before it gets a move. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Another item. I know that there's an area over there to the right, and I will go over there soon. I just want to make sure that I've thoroughly cleared out this area. The ball is pretty powerful. Oh yeah, I didn't read the descriptions on these other enemies. Disarming smile. No one knows why it's so happy. Okay. Swordy, when dual wielding isn't enough. Oh. That's actually kind of amusing, actually. Are you going to be strong enough to actually kill anyone here? Ah, the ball is gone. That's fine, I guess. And then we'll just do another Unite to get rid of all the rest of them. I have plenty of time to see what the Unite ability with Crystal and Baba is. Okay, there's nothing to go over here. Just wanted to check. Quickly get through all the fights. Rush through everything. I'm not sure if I'll start skipping these battles later on into the playthrough. I could. If I did that, I could grind all I want and just not show it. Oh, okay, this is a dead end that just has an item. This is really pretty good. I got a weapon for the new party member. Extra physical damage. Wait, how do I change abilities? There we go. Biting Winds. So that heals herself. This poisons people based on the amount of chicken power she's got. That is a physical damage move. Okay. And that is a stun. Okay, I think she's actually pretty good for now. It's just quickly reviewing things. I might skip that in the future, but I guess it's worth showing what that is like for anyone who cares. If you don't care, then that's perfectly understandable, though, because this game's completely stupid, and there's no need to remember anything about it after it's over with, except for how funny the story was, I guess. Okay, any of you weak to ice? Cyber Elf. Feels like it should be in a different game. know what? I think that sprite that it has is actually from a different game by this developer, which is called Cosmic Star Heron. I might play that game as well one day, but not for a while. Let's just smack something here. And then with you... yeah, that did pretty good. They're gone. Let's keep moving. You know what, let's say that we just look at the Unite ability here. Not use it, but just look at it. Okay, so temporarily the entire party will get damage up. And chicken up means that Baba specifically will get chicken power. Okay, I think I'm fine though. Should probably take this thing out sooner than later based on its description. And then... this should get rid of 2 enemies. Oh, or 4 enemies, that's fine. Cool. Onwards. Okay. 2 directions to go here. Going south first. I'm being very lazy right now with everything. Okay, they're gone. Got a stun ability, got a break ability to make enemies vulnerable to attack. Interesting. There are no more battles left, so that means I can run around here without worrying about getting attacked. I also could spam the battle button here as soon as I enter a new area and get all the battles out of the way as soon as possible, and then just walk around afterwards. But I feel like for video purposes, if I am intending on showing some of the battles at least, I may as well spread them out so it's not just a bunch of battling back to back to back. So that's the reason that I did it the way that I did. It amounts to the same amount of time spent in the end either way. Okay, get a dress that improves Baba's efficiency with items. It doesn't improve her stats though, except for the HP, and only by a little bit. Okay. Let's get through this place. It's very nice to not have to stop and battle enemies on the way. You lad. Santa has abandoned all of you. If you want any toys, you're going to have to bow to us, y'all. You don't get any points for rhyming all with y'all. You rat. Santa hasn't abandoned us. He's been kidnapped. No, I'm a dragon. Oh, no, I'm not a dragon, just I am dragon. Rat is over there. Huh? Rat says, hi there. With Santa out of the picture, we decided that it was time to go global. And what's more global than China? Our Icelandic names were so hard to pronounce for the rest of the world, but everyone knows the animals of the Chinese zodiac. What? Wait, so that means that one of you is named Chicken. Rooster, actually. Chicken would be better. Call yourselves whatever you want, release the jolly old man to us, or perish. There's 12 of us, and only 3 of you. You're the ones who is going to do the perishing. Actually, the game engine only allows for 5 enemies at a time. 7 of you are going to have to sit this one out. No fair! And the Yule Cat gets a spot on the roster, so technically only 4 of the Yule lads get to fight. 4 of you and a cat versus 1 of me. I like those odds. Don't forget about us! Yeah, Cthulhu has a very distinct personality that is not difficult to understand. This one I might actually want to think about a little bit more. I might have actually wanted to use the poison for once if I had it, but no matter. Okay, if I give regen to Crystal, then both Cthulhu and Crystal will have regen because Cthulhu already has it because of an item. And then with her... let's see... let's focus on actually increasing her chicken power for once, because in this boss fight it actually might be useful. Oh, the cat heals them, does it? Okay, so that is a chicken move. Probably should not fire this off too soon, this one time. I can do void damage to everyone because I'm in hyper mode right now. It's probably actually the thing to do here. Yep, got rid of one of them. Now, are any of you... wow, the cat is that low? I thought it would be the hardest one to take out of all of them. What is it weak to? Poison, sword, and stun. I think the sword maybe stands for being disarmed. I'm not gonna bother with the whole disarm thing. Let's use... the chill attack on the cat. What does her Unite with Crystal do again? Party damage up. I probably don't need to be thinking about this as hard as I am. Let's just go for the physical damage because I have a thing that buffs that, and we'll go for the... man, all of these guys have descriptions on them. I'm probably gonna fail to read most of them, but you guys can just pause the video and read them if you really care that much. Door slammer, basically every kid ever. Liquor lad licks everything, yes, even that. Meat thief steals meat, but is actually a strict vegetarian. Sure, whatever. This game is so stupid. Okay, almost took that one guy out, but not quite. Cthulhu lost his turn because he got stunned. So this will do damage to everyone because she's in hyper mode right now. Okay, we'll take this guy out. He gets 1 attack in. And... we do the insane move. And now he's insane with his tongue hanging out. Okay. You know, I probably should have done this flurry move first since it increases ice damage, but I'm just not thinking about anything at all during this fight, really. Oh wow, yeah, it actually has him sticking his tongue out because he's the liquor lad. That's funny. Okay. We're done here. No new abilities. Charm. The charm thing could be worth using. We beat them, boss. Can't we have a rematch with the other 7 Yule lads? No, that would be needlessly repetitive. Chestnuts. Now that we've defeated you thanks to a game engine limitation, you must tell us where Santa is. He's not here, I can tell you that much. How ridiculous would it be for us to hide Santa in his own workshop? No, you're going to have to face the other 5 members of the Christmas League of Evil first. Give us the leftover workshop toys. We smashed them all to bits. Get out! Faced with the red-hot fury of Baba Yaga, the Yule lads flee the premises. Cthulhu, Crystal, and Baba all head back to town, discouraged but not defeated, and a new day dawns.